Oh, hey there.
Oh, hey there.
Well, you're not ready for me to say that?
I am always ready.
We are the History Buffoons.
I am Kate.
And I am Bradley. And this is The Origin of Weird.
Yes, it is.
Where we still are on the quest to find the origin of weird.
Yes.
Welcome.
Yeah.
How are you today?
I'm doing pretty well.
Excellent, excellent.
I've got the sneezes.
Gesundheit.
So, I don't have a cold. It's just like, I think it's just random allergies, but.
Yeah, you know, those winter allergies.
Yeah.
They're a real bitch.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about a bear today.
A bear?
A bear!
Like a grizzly, or do we have a specific type?
Polish.
Was he a boxer?
Kind of.
Okay.
Why do you ask that?
Because I know of a bear that was Polish that boxed.
Huh, really?
Yeah. I don't remember his name.
Oh. Well, this is about Wojtek.
Wojtek?
Yeah.
Doesn't ring a bell.
It's spelled Wojtek.
They're so weird.
But the W is pronounced with a V.
Right.
I guess it could be Wojtek.
Wojtek?
Wojtek is what I'm going to pronounce it as. My apologies to the Polish if I have that wrong.
So they use a W to sound like a V, but when you go to Russia and you want some vodka,
Vodka. And our W is a double U.
Which is weird because it's really a double
V. Okay, let's.
Anyways, that's a weird tangent we went on.
Okay, so we are in the chaos of World War II.
Ah, World War II.
Thousands of Polish soldiers found themselves far from home, marching across the Middle East after being released from the Soviet gulags,
Okay.
which is a system of labor camps maintained by the Soviet Union
Right.
from 1930 to 1955.
All the way to 55? Holy shit.
And then in April 1942, a group of these Polish troops traveled through Iran, stumbled upon a starving, orphaned bear cub
Oh, no way.
in the Zagros Mountains.
And so the Zagros?
Zagros.
Zagros?
Sorry.
That's in Iran?
Apparently.
Okay. I am not very
Yeah.
familiar with the layout of, or the geography of Iran, so.
No. So the cub's mother had been shot by hunters, and a young boy had been taking care of the bear with the limited means that he had for himself.
Okay.
So, moved by this little frail cub, the soldiers offered the boy some coins, some food rations, chocolate, and a Swiss Army knife
There you go.
in exchange for the cub.
That's pretty cool.
The boy agreed, and just like that, the Polish unit had a new companion. So they named the cub Wojtek. It's a common Polish name meaning joyful warrior or smiling warrior.
Okay.
And it actually came to be pretty true.
Okay.
At the time, these soldiers, which were part of the General Anders Polish II Corps,
Okay.
were battle weary and displaced. They had lost their homes and their families. And adopting Wojtek gave them a new recruit, essentially, to lift their spirits.
Yeah, for sure. It was something different, out of the norm for what they were going through. So,
Yeah. So the company's commander approved the adoption specifically because he saw the potential to boost morale.
Well, that's pretty progressive of them at that time, because normally they didn't give a fuck. They're like, fall in line.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
So the bear quickly became the beloved mascot and comrade. And one Polish veteran later said that in the absence of their loved ones back home, caring for the bear was like having kind of a surrogate child or a sibling to love.
Sure, yeah.
And of course, this little orphan bear provided like a nice ray of hope and a little bit of quote unquote normalcy, because what's normal about that? But
well, the funny thing is, I don't ever know how true this was, but my dad is from very far up north, was from very far up north. And he had a pet bear.
Did he?
Yeah, when he was a kid. Similar situation. The mom abandoned or it was killed or whatever by a game warden. And so he helped raise it. And it got big, and then people complained, and the game warden shot it. So, yeah.
That's rude.
I don't know how true that story was.
What do you mean you don't know how true it is?
It's coming from my dad. I never had proof.
I doubt he was lying.
I would hope not.
No, we're talking bears, not lions.
I'm like, beat me to it. But anyways,
Okay.
so yeah.
So Wojtek's early days with the unit were full of mischief and a little bit of mayhem.
I can imagine.
At first, he was this tiny, malnourished cub who couldn't even swallow properly. The soldiers fed him condensed milk from empty vodka bottles.
Nice.
And they improvised a nipple with a cloth.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But thanks to their care, the bear began to thrive. So
Sure.
he quickly developed a ferocious appetite.
For vodka?
One account notes that he ate everything from fruit, marmalade, honey, syrup, gobbled up the equivalent of 300 apples a day as he grew.
Holy Christ.
Of course, keeping a rapidly growing bear well fed was no small task for
Nope.
these men on the move.
Yep.
But the men gladly tried.
Sure.
So as Wojtek grew, so did his antics. The tiny cub exploded in size,
Yep.
eventually reaching about 6 feet tall and weighing over 250 kilograms, which is about 550 pounds.
Holy Christ.
550 pounds.
6 foot tall bear. It's my buddy. What the hell?
But despite his size, he remained quite friendly with his human family.
I'm sure.
So raised among people from such a young age, the bear seemed to think that he was a person. He would walk around on his hind legs alongside the men and learned to salute with his paw when greeted.
Really?
The soldiers taught him tricks, and he became an expert at lightening the mood. Wrestling was one of his favorite pastimes.
I'm sure.
He would play fight with the men, often taking on several at once, but he was careful never to hurt anyone.
That's crazy.
An officer said, quote, he adored challenging other soldiers to wrestling matches, hiding his claws and pretending to bite, but never, ever harming anyone.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, to pretend to bite. That's impressive. Wow. Okay.
So Wojtek also picked up some wholesome habits, some less wholesome habits.
Okay.
He developed a taste for beer.
Oh,
Yes.
what's wrong with that? Cheers.
A drunk bear on beer.
Wow. Okay.
The troops the troops would reward him with a bottle of beer.
The troops would? Mm-hmm. It sounded like you said the trips would.
The troops would.
Okay.
And he learned to hold it and drink it down like a man.
That's funny.
Sometimes chugging entire bottles to cheers with his friends.
Jesus Christ.
He also gained notoriety in eating cigarettes.
Oh, gross.
Yes.
That's gross.
When offered a lit cigarette, he would puff on it, then swallow it.
Would he really?
I
Oh my
guess.
God. What the hell? That's weird.
If the cigarette wasn't lit, he'd beg for it to first be lit. And
Really?
And then he liked to swallow it.
That's so strange. Okay.
Yes. So Wojtek even tried coffee in the mornings, just like the men. And so in many ways, he was like one of the guys
Yeah.
enjoying like the simple pleasures of camp life.
For sure.
So despite occasional mischief, like stealing unattended food or even soldiers' laundry, because sometimes he would sneak off with someone's underwear,
Right.
Wojtek was overwhelmingly a positive presence.
Sure.
He gave the men something to fuss over and laugh about amidst the hardships. His playful nature also had practical benefits. Once, while stationed in the Middle East, Wojtek caught an enemy spy lurking in a bathhouse.
No way. Mm-hmm. What did he do to the spy?
Can you imagine being confronted by a bear?
No.
Hey guys, over here! Wait, the bear can talk?
That would be freaky as fuck
Yeah,
because
it
you
would.
don't know if it's friendly or not.
No.
So what did the bear do with did
So,
it say?
according to the tale, the spy's screaming alerted the camp guards.
Okay.
Who then apprehended the intruder.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And Wojtek was rewarded with extra beer for his service.
Oh, my God.
By late 1943, Wojtek was a full-fledged member of the unit, traveling with the soldiers through Iran, Iraq, Syria, and Egypt.
That's just crazy.
And wherever the Polish II Corps went, their bear went too. Local civilians and other Allied troops were often astonished to see a tame bear riding in the trucks or sitting around the campfire.
Well, yeah. What the hell? That's not something you see every day. Wow.
I'm dying. Wowza.
All right.
All right. By late 1943, the Polish II Corps was preparing to join the fight in Europe.
Okay.
And Wojtek's unit, which was the 22nd Artillery Supply Company, received orders to deploy to Italy.
Oh.
So this presented a bureaucratic problem.
Yep.
British transport ships had strict regulations forbidding pets or wild animals on board.
Right.
The soldiers were determined to get the bear on, so they made Wojtek an official officer. In order to enlist the bear, the Polish army issued Wojtek a service paybook, assigned him a rank of private, and even gave him a serial service number.
Did they get him a uniform?
I don't think so. I didn't read anywhere about a uniform.
I was just curious. I mean, obviously, it's kind of hard to sew up a shirt for a bear, but, you know, I just thought it'd be kind of funny.
So with the paperwork in order, Private Wojtek boarded the troop ship in February 1944 along with his fellow soldiers, sailing from Egypt to the Italian front.
That's just so crazy. Mm-hmm. Were there other people on the ship?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Yep. British officers went along with it. Wojtek enjoyed the voyage, and he repeatedly devoured his cigarette rations.
So since he was an official member, a private, did he get rations like that then?
Probably.
That's funny.
Be like, here, if you were seasick, just here, I can't have mine.
Here's a cigarette,
Here's
Wojtek.
A cigarette. So once in Italy, Wojtek would face the toughest test yet, the brutal Battle of Monte Cassino. In the spring of 1944, this battle was raging as Allied forces attempted to dislodge German troops from a heavily fortified monastery atop Monte Cassino.
Okay.
The Polish II Corps was key in the final assault.
Oh.
As the fighting intensified, Wojtek initially reacted like any animal might. The thunder of artillery and explosions scared him, and he went and sought comfort by climbing a tree in panic. Okay. But seeing his human friend stand firm under fire, Wojtek calmed down and got back on the ground.
That's crazy. And
then what happens next is basically what helped secure him into legend.
Okay.
One hectic day during battle, ammunition supplies for the Polish artillery were running low and needed to be ferried from supply trucks to the gun batteries through mud and incoming fire.
Right.
The hard-pressed soldiers formed human chains to carry the heavy crates of artillery shells.
Sure.
Wojtek watched this activity just as it was happening.
Yeah.
An exhausted soldier, half joking, nodded at the bear and said, "Come on, mate, give us a hand." Just like that, I'm sure.
Yep.
To everyone's astonishment, Wojtek rose onto his hind legs, plodded over to the truck, picked up a 100-pound crate of mortar shells in his massive paws, balanced on two legs, walking like a person, and carried the crate to the gun crew, and then went back for another.
That's crazy.
And then another.
Well, especially because he can carry a lot more than those people can.
Mm-hmm. He's like, okay, I got this.
This is peanuts.
A British soldier who witnessed this recalled, quote, "Suddenly a large bear appeared, walking upright on its hind legs. The bear approached the rear of the gun carriage and carefully placed the artillery shell it was carrying on the ground. Then it retreated back into the forest, only to reappear moments later with another shell in its paws."
That's fucking crazy. That's so weird that a bear could be like, all right. I got this.
I can help.
Yeah.
So Wojtek had become the most efficient ammunition carrier of the 22nd Company.
Yeah, no kidding.
Never dropping a single crate even under enemy fire.
That's crazy.
He worked at his own pace,
Sure.
taking the occasional break when he felt like it because he is a bear.
Yep.
But he did keep this up throughout the battle.
That's wild.
So, thanks in part to these efforts, the Polish troops succeeded in their objective. On May 18th, 1944, the Polish flag was raised over the captured Monte Cassino monastery, and this was a pivotal victory for the Allies. So, Wojtek's contribution became legendary at this point.
Sure.
The soldiers were proud of their bear, so they made him the emblem of their unit.
Nice.
The 22nd Company's official badge was changed to a depiction of a bear carrying an artillery shell.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So this insignia was worn on uniforms and painted on vehicles, and it was obviously the constant reminder of his service.
Yeah.
So Wojtek's fame started spreading.
Sure.
Allied generals and war correspondents heard about the bear soldier and came to visit.
The bear soldier.
He reportedly got along famously with visitors as long as they offered him his two favorite things, treats and a friendly wrestle.
Oh, there you go.
By the end of the Italian campaign, Wojtek had his Wojtek had been promoted to the rank of corporal.
Jesus Christ.
Making him...
That's so fucking weird. Well, seriously, that is amazing.
And of course, making him the only bear in history to ever hold a rank.
Yeah, private was good enough, let alone going up to corporal. That's fucking crazy. Wow.
So a story is told of a Polish resistance fighter back in occupied Poland, who was on the verge of losing hope until a friend told him about Wojtek's exploits, saying, quote, "Don't give up. Look, even the animals are fighting for us." That absurd yet inspiring reality that even a bear was doing his bit against the Nazis gave the man renewed courage to carry on.
That's fucked up.
Yes.
Thanks, bear.
So after Monte Cassino, the war in Italy wound down for the Polish Two Corps.
Yeah.
Wojtek enjoyed a bit of rest and relaxation on the Adriatic coast with the troops.
He went to the beach.
He loved to frolic on the beach and swim in the sea.
Oh, there you go.
In front of other vacationers.
They're like, should we run? There's a bear there.
Of course, during this leisurely time,
yeah,
he had wrestling matches.
Of course.
Several soldiers would attempt to best the 500-pound bear, who would humor them by pinning them gently or splashing around in the water, much to everyone's amusement. When World War II ended in 1945, victory was bittersweet for Wojtek's Polish comrades. Their homeland was now under Soviet control, and many soldiers could not safely return to Poland.
Right.
The Polish Two Corps was disbanded, and its men became displaced veterans in exile. As they pondered their futures, they also had to decide what to do with Wojtek.
Yeah.
So the bear, now a full-grown adult, had been by their side through pretty much it all.
Yep.
And they felt responsible for his future.
I would hope so.
They loved him dearly, but they knew they couldn't keep him as a pet.
Right.
So in late 1946, the 22nd Company was transported to Britain, ultimately setting up camp in the British borders. Wojtek made the journey as well, listed officially as just another soldier in the transfer.
Yeah, Corporal Wojtek.
In Scotland, he initially stayed with the Polish soldiers at the camp.
Okay.
The local Scottish children were delighted by the friendly Polish bear in their midst. They would come by to see Wojtek and even take turns riding on his back. And Wojtek attended all local dances and gatherings with the ex-soldiers, charming everyone.
That's crazy.
There are even claw marks on a tree near the camp, which legend attributes to Wojtek climbing his favorite tree during the period. But I'm not so sure that that's true.
That could just be made up legend or something. Yeah.
So for a while, the post-war life seemed to be pretty nice still.
Yeah, for sure.
As the soldiers gradually left the camp to start new lives, Wojtek's circle of human friends grew smaller.
Sure.
By 1947, it became clear that the Army could no longer take care of him.
Right.
So they faced a choice. Wojtek could be sent to a zoo, or as a few suggested, possibly euthanized. There were fears that he could be misused as a propaganda symbol if sent to communist Poland.
Right.
So for the men who loved him, the latter option was unthinkable.
I would think.
They arranged for Wojtek to be entrusted to the Edinburgh Zoo.
Oh.
Yes. So the Edinburgh authorities agreed on the condition that Wojtek would have a permanent home and be well cared for. Also, in November of 47, Corporal Wojtek formally retired from military service and moved to the zoo.
Okay.
So when the day came to say goodbye, it was an emotional scene. Wojtek's primary caretaker, Peter Prenzing,
That's all right.
the soldier who had been his mama bear since Iran, traveled with him to get him settled in.
Nice.
At the zoo, Peter removed Wojtek's chain and prepared to leave. The big bear gently licked his friend's face.
Aw.
A final affectionate gesture, recalling how he used to lick soldiers' faces and wake them up in the mornings.
Oh, jeez.
The zoo director later confessed that he had never felt more sad than at that moment, seeing a free-spirited animal who loved to play now behind bars. Which is, I have a hard time at zoos.
I know. But,
just because of that, like, oof.
Yeah, but it's like Wisconsin, we have elephants. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't see those otherwise.
Yeah.
And they're very well cared for.
Yeah.
It's not like they're like, dance monkey, you know? But
so in the years that follow, Wojtek became a popular attraction at the zoo.
Sure.
Visitors, local Scots, and other large community of Polish war veterans in Britain would come see the famous soldier bear.
Well, of course.
He would amble around his enclosure, often sitting on his haunches to wave or salute when he heard encouraging voices.
Aw.
Former Polish soldiers who served with Wojtek would make a point to come visit him.
Nice.
Sometimes hopping the fence after hours to give their friend a hug.
Jeez.
They discovered that Wojtek never forgot his roots. He used to perk up at the sound of the Polish language, standing upright and scanning the crowd for familiar faces.
Oh, that's sweet.
On occasion, his former comrades would toss him cigarettes.
Oh, jeez.
He had lived a extraordinary life for a bear, marching, wrestling, fighting alongside humans.
Delivering artillery. I mean, Jesus Christ.
And now he found himself amongst an ordinary zoo with animals who probably seemed fairly dull.
To him, yeah, I would imagine.
He never did fully acclimate to life in captivity.
Are you surprised at that, though?
No.
I mean, he was a free bear, if you will.
Yeah.
Like you said before, where he never felt so sad seeing someone behind bars or whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's going to be tough for him because he was treated so differently from a bear.
Yeah.
So, of course he didn't acclimate that well.
So other bears did not interest him much, and he would often retreat to a corner, growing listless as the years passed on.
Aww.
Some say he had the air of a lonely veteran, missing the camaraderie and excitement of his glory days.
Yep.
One could argue that, like many Polish soldiers in exile, Wojtek, too, was a displaced soul after the war.
Sure.
Wojtek lived at the zoo for 16 years.
Oh, wow.
In December of 1963, at the age of 21 or 22 by some accounts,
Sure.
his health deteriorated. He was suffering from esophageal problems, maybe due in part to his cigarettes and his beer.
Yeah.
Wojtek was peacefully euthanized on December 2nd, 1963, bringing an end to the life of one of the world's most unusual soldiers. His death made newspaper headlines and tributes poured in from those who remembered the bear.
Yeah.
The Edinburgh Evening News noted that old Polish veterans who knew Wojtek were shedding tears that day. It was as if they lost another brother in arms, in which, in truth, they had.
Oh, for sure. I mean, he was their comrade. I mean, he fought alongside him. That's so fucking weird.
Isn't that awesome?
That's just weird. That's great. I mean, how cool is that? That you could say.
I fought alongside a bear.
Well, not even that. You'll hear a lot of people like, yeah, I fought in World War II. I fought in World War II next to a fucking bear. Obviously both are great, but could you imagine so what did you do in the war? Fought next to a bear.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? You fought a bear? No.
Yeah.
With one.
Like,
what?
We shared beers afterwards.
He ate my cigarettes. How fucking weird is that? That's fucking awesome.
He pinned me down in a wrestling match.
He's going to let me win once, but he didn't. He was such a nice bear.
Isn't that awesome?
That's so super cool.
Yeah.
I never heard of that before. That is fucking funny.
So it's different than the boxing bear.
Yeah, I could be getting, I thought he was Polish, but I could be getting it wrong. I just remember a bear that boxed. I don't remember what year it's from. I don't remember the name, but...
Stay tuned for future episodes.
Potentially, yes. I'll have to see, unless I'm just thinking of some weird fucking movie that's crossing over into reality in my brain, which is very probable. Anyways. No, that was super cool.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But, well...
I suppose.
All right, buffoons. That's it for today's episode.
Buckle up because we've got another historical adventure waiting for you next time. Feeling hungry for more buffoonery? Or maybe you have a burning question or a wild historical theory for us to explore?
Hit us up on social media. We're History Buffoons Podcast on YouTube, X, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also email us at historybuffoonspodcast@gmail.com. We are Bradley and Kate. Music by Corey Akers.
Follow us wherever you get your podcasts and turn those notifications on to stay in the loop.
Until next time, stay curious and don't forget to rate and review us.
Remember, the buffoonery never stops.